there, Sally. Just checking in on you. If you could text me back with where you are right now and what time you'll be home, I'd really appreciate it.
I'm wherever I want to be, and I'll be home whenever I want to be. That's all you need to know, so quit bugging me, will you?
Sally, there's no need for you to get so upset. I'm just concerned about you. It's 7 o'clock in the evening, so I know that you're not in school anymore. All I wanted to do was make sure you're okay. And if you don't mind me saying, you've been coming home pretty late quite often these days. Sometimes you don't get home until 10 o'clock or later on a school night. What are you doing out so late all the time?
I'm doing whatever the hell I want to be doing. Good God, what is wrong with you? I am 18 years old. I'm my own person. I have the right to choose how I spend my time and who I spend my time with. What's the matter? Are you jealous that you were a miserable loser back in high school? You don't like it that I have friends?
This has nothing to do with my youth, Sally. Let's not change the subject. Yes, you are 18, but you are still in high school and still living under my roof. Please come home as soon as you can, okay? I've got dinner here waiting for you.
I don't want to eat anything that your filthy hands have touched. I'm afraid to say I have much more refined taste than you. Nothing touches these lips but the finest cuisine, and that's what I'm eating right now.
I don't think you can afford very much fine cuisine on your allowance. Maybe a hot dog at the convenience store, and neither can any of your friends for that matter. Which brings me to a very important question. Who is this person who is paying for you to dine on fine cuisine?
Are you going senile or just plain stupid? I already told you, I can choose who I want to spend my time with. I don't have to give you minute-by-minute updates on where I am, who I'm with, or what I'm doing.
I would say that, as your mother, I at least have the right to ask.
Go straight to hell with that mommy dearest act. You're not my mother. You're just some woman who happens to live with me.
I may not be your birth mother, but I'm the only mother that you have ever known. I've been with you since you were still in diapers. We're a family, Sally, regardless of there being no blood relationship between us.
Shut up! We're not a family! You're not my mom, and I will never accept you as my mom.
You're being very hurtful to me, Sally.
Okay, well good, because that's exactly what I was going for. I've always hated you. All you've ever done is suck the life and money out of my dad.
What are you talking about? I've never done any such thing.
You can't fool me. I'm not a kid anymore. I can see what's going on. My dad works his butt off at his job every day while you just lay around the house doing nothing. Maybe if you've ever contributed anything at all to this family, I might consider accepting you as my mom. But no, as it stands, all you are is a freaking parasite.
That's ridiculous. I've done all the cooking, laundry, and cleaning for as long as I've been living with your father.
And what do you want for that, huh? A medal? You want a big gold medal, an awards ceremony, maybe even a visit from the King of England? That's what's called the bare minimum. If you hadn't been doing that, I'd have kicked you out myself years ago.
I'm so shocked, Sally. I don't know where any of this cruelty toward me is coming from. We used to have a wonderful relationship.
And you want to know why that was? Because I had no choice. For whatever stupid reason, my dad picked you, so I was stuck with you. I figured I might as well go along with it, since trying to fight it would only cause me trouble. But on the inside, I've always hated your guts. Every single time you told me to clean up my room or do my homework or come home before 10, I wanted to punch your lights out.
Everything that I've ever taught you was to help you prepare for your future, and I have plenty of reasons to be concerned for that lately. You never study, you stay out late. What are you planning on doing after high school?
Something that you would never be able to do. I'm gonna let being young and sexy do all my work for me. My beauty is the single best gift that I received from my real mom, so I'm not gonna let it go to waste.
Wait a second. Oh God, no, Sally. Please don't tell me that means what I think it means.
I don't care what you think it means. Screw off. Stop interfering in my life. If you say one more stupid thing to me, then I'm gonna come straight home, kick your ass, and throw you out of the house myself.
Hey there, Janet. I am really sorry that I wasn't able to reply to you until now. Things have been an absolute disaster over here today. I had to work straight through lunch. You probably already ate dinner without me, right? If not, then please don't wait for me. You go ahead and eat.
Wow, I'm sorry to hear about that, Cody. When do you think you're gonna be home? I haven't eaten anything yet.
Wow, really? It's past 7 o'clock, though. If you wait any longer to serve dinner, Sally's gonna flip her lid again.
Yeah, about Sally. She hasn't even gotten home yet.
Oh no, again? I swear that girl doesn't even know the meaning of the word curfew. Do you think she's involved with something that she doesn't want to tell us about?
Well, just the simple fact that she replies to me at all tells me that whatever she's doing, it's likely nothing dangerous. But something does seem off about her these days. She's starting to talk worse and worse to me by the day.
You think this is just her being a typical teenage girl?
I'd hope she'd have grown out of it by now if that were the case, but she's only getting worse. Lately, she's begun to compare me to her birth mother.
That's all my fault. I'm so sorry, Janet. You don't deserve any of that.
It's fine, Cody. It's something that we agreed on. But wow, when she tells me that she hates me and wants me out of her life, that stings, Cody. It really stings.
What? Is that what she's saying to you? I can't believe this! She doesn't appreciate what you've done for us in the slightest!
Really, Cody, it's fine. I was never intending to try and guilt trip her into respecting me. And don't act like you're the only one who's benefited from our relationship. Marrying you has made me the happiest woman in the world. And if you hadn't come along and married me, I probably would have been single forever.
Are you kidding me? I figured I was gonna have to fight off a whole crowd of other suitors in order to win your heart.
You're so sweet, Cody. I'm really concerned about Sally, though.
Yeah, and you're not the only one. Tell you what, I'll go and give her that same sort of talk. It might mean more to her if it's coming from me. I'm gonna see whether or not she's really thinking about the future.
That would probably be for the best. If she keeps going down the path that she's on, I have a terrible feeling she's going to wind up miserable and alone. Good evening, Sally. Just checking in with you again. It's 8 p.m. now and you've got school tomorrow. Do you have any idea when you'll be home? Janet, listen to me. I will not tell you this again. I will be home whenever I damn well feel like it. I'm busy. I have my own stuff to do. And I don't need you breathing down my neck every 5 seconds. No, Sally, apparently you do. I'm scared for you, Sally. Really scared. The other day I saw a new handbag in your room. That brand is incredibly expensive, so I can say for a fact that you do not have enough money to afford it by yourself. Tell me, Sally, where did you get that bag?
Oh my God, you went in my room?
I didn't actually go inside. The door was open and I just looked around from the doorway. Now, stop dodging the question, Sally. How did you get a handbag that expensive? You didn't buy it yourself.
Duh, of course I didn't. Someone bought it for me.
Oh no, you can't accept a gift like that. Whoever gave it to you, you need to return it right away.
What? Why would I do something as stupid as that?
Because there is no reason at all that a high schooler like you should be getting gifts that expensive. It doesn't make sense, Sally.
Ugh, for the love of God, would you knock off the jealousy routine? Sure, no one in the world cares about you enough to get a super awesome present like this, but I'm not like you. People actually like me.
This isn't about me, Sally. This is about you. I'm concerned about what you're getting yourself involved in.
Stop being concerned about me. I don't want a stupid, useless old bitch constantly nagging me. Just leave me the hell alone. Got it?
Sally, no, I'm not going to stand for that. You take that back. I have done far too much for you to have you talk to me like that.
Oh, and what are you gonna do about it, huh? Are you gonna go and complain about me to my dad? Are you gonna tell on me? You're such a freaking loser. You realize that my dad could divorce you anytime, right? And that would ruin your life and improve his, so you might want to watch yourself.
It seems that you don't know the first thing about me, Sally, even though we've spent all these years together.
I know enough to know that you tricked my dad into marrying you.
Excuse me? You're going to have to explain that one to me.
So my dad divorced my birth mom, and then he needed someone to take care of me, right? Like, he still got to work and all that stuff. He needed someone to do all the cooking and cleaning and babysitting for him. Then you came along and thought, oh sweet, here's a guy who's desperate for a live-in maid. And then you put the moves on him and made him think you'd be a good wife for him. I have to hand it to you. You played your cards pretty well. You knew you had to find a man to take care of you fast before you were over the hill and no one would ever want you. But for me, all you are is a lying, deceitful little snake. So tell me, Janet, did it make you happy to trick a guy into marrying you out of convenience? Was it fun for you to be able to play house with me for all these years? Honestly, I would sooner die than do what you did with your life.
I'm so shocked that I'm having a hard time being angry at you anymore, Sally. My sadness and fury have been overwritten by confusion and surprise. What did I ever do to you for you to treat me like this?
I don't know what you want me to say. All I'm doing is telling you what I really think of you. But to be fair, I'm kind of disgusted at my dad, too. Like, how desperate must he have been to want to marry a loser like you? I don't care how depressed he was when my mom left him. That's no excuse to fall for your stupid tricks. If he was that dumb all the time back then, maybe that's why my mom wanted to get rid of him.
Oh my God, Sally. Do you have any idea what the circumstances were behind your parents' divorce? Do you know why your father took you away from your mother?
Dear God, you are not gonna try to lecture me about my birth mom, are you? Seriously, Janet, go to hell. If you want to be a parasite and mooch from my dad all your life, go ahead, be my guest. But don't you ever forget, that all you will ever be is my dad's parasite, and I'll always be his daughter. So, which do you think ranks higher, Janet? His daughter or his parasite? Know your place, loser.
That's all that I can take from you, Sally. I'm done. I'm not going to put up with this anymore.
So what are you gonna do, huh? Divorce my dad and move out of the house? God, I hope you do that. Nothing would make me happier than to see you carrying all your stupid crap out of my dad's house.
If that's what you want, then so be it.
Wait, are you actually being serious? Like, you do realize that you're gonna be homeless without my dad supporting you, right?
I'll be fine, thank you. If you want us to get divorced, then that's what we'll do.
This is the best! I'm not gonna let you take that back either. You're not gonna be all like, oh, I was just saying that because I was angry or anything. Got it? You said you're gonna divorce my dad and move out, and you had better damn well stick to that.
Absolutely. I'm a woman of my word. I'll start packing my things immediately.
Janet, what the hell did you do? Answer me!
I don't know. What is it that you think I did? I did what you asked and moved out of the house, so I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't contact me anymore.
Don't give me that! I know you did something! My dad moved out too! So today was my graduation ceremony, right? And I figured that when I got home, my dad would be doing something to celebrate. Like, you know, give me a new car or something. But when I got home, it was totally empty. No one was there. All he left behind was a letter on the kitchen table.
Is that so? Did you read it?
Yeah, and he said that he's moving out of our house, so he can move in with you. And not just that, he said he's selling the house, so I need to find my own place to live now. So start talking, Janet. What did you do to my dad? I thought you said you were gonna divorce him.
I did say that, didn't I? I suppose that means I owe you an apology. I did move out of the house, but the truth is that your father and I never got divorced.
You liar! What's going on for real then?
Back when we had our first fight, I was so furious that I went and said that I would divorce your father. But after a lot of thought, I realized that I just couldn't go through with it. I loved your father far too much, but I also knew that I couldn't stand one more minute of living with you. So, I opened up to your father about our argument and asked him what he thought we should do. And I was very happy to find that he felt the same way that I did. He said that it would be best for me to leave the house right away, but he didn't want to break up with me either. We decided that I would live on my own for a few months. Then, when the timing was right, he would come and move in here with me.
And that's what happened today?
It would seem so, yes. That's what your father decided.
But why? I don't understand. Why would my dad do this to me?
I doubt that you'd believe me if I told you. Yeah, it would probably be for the best for you to have this discussion with your father directly. You can talk things over until you've come to understand what he did and why he did it. But first things first, your father is selling the house, and it's going to become the property of the real estate company at the end of this month. That means that you have just a few weeks to find yourself a new place to live. And I suggest you start searching immediately.
Stop giving me advice, Janet! I never want to hear any advice from you again! You ruined my life! You broke up my family! It's all your fault! You're a freaking disease! I hate you!
Yes, that's exactly what I was talking about. It won't do either of us any good to continue this conversation, so I'll take my leave here. If you want to know more, then you'll have to contact your father.
Dad, what's going on? Why did you move out of the house all of a sudden?
Didn't you read my letter? I explained it in there. I'm going to live with Janet from now on. That means you need to learn how to fend for yourself and fast. If you go up to your room, you'll find a money clip with some cash in the top drawer of your desk. It's some money that I've been saving up for a while as a graduation present. You can use that to get your new life started.
You can't do this to me, Dad! I don't even have a job yet! I just graduated today! But you're just gonna abandon me like this? What's the matter with you? You're my dad. You're supposed to be there for me.
And as your father, I was there for you right up until you graduated from high school. If I'm being honest, I wanted to move in with Janet immediately after she left the house.
No, Dad. You can't be serious. Why would you say that?
Because Janet is my wife and I love her with all of my heart. Not only that, I'm incredibly grateful to her for all she's done for us. I can't believe the cruel, disrespectful, hateful way that you were speaking to her. I'm not going to let anyone get away with treating my wife like that, not even my daughter.
You're what? Grateful? For what? What did she ever do but use you? All she did was live in your house, eat your food, and spend your money. I just couldn't stand to see her do that to you anymore.
Shut your impetuous mouth, you little brat! Everything that we have right now is thanks to Janet.
No way. I don't believe you. That can't be.
Back when your birth mother and I broke up, I lost my job.
Wait, you did? But I remember back then, you were still going to work every day like usual.
No, you're wrong, Sally. I was leaving the house, yes, but it was to look for a new job. Janet's income is what allowed us to make ends meet. She's been working from home all this time to make money to support our finances.
She has? But that's crazy. I never saw her working before.
Oh, didn't you?
Yeah, she was always just sitting at her desk, messing around with her computer. And sometimes she would bring her laptop out to the living room and message people online or whatever.
She's a translator, Sally. She speaks 5 languages. All she needs is a computer and an internet connection, and she can work wherever and whenever she likes.
For real? That's kind of insane. So wait, is that why Mom left you? It was because you lost your job?
No, that's not the case at all. There was a reason that your mother left us, but I've been hiding it from you all these years. Regardless of what happened between us, she was and still is your mother. I wanted you to be able to think of her as a good and loving woman, so I swore that I would take this secret with me to the grave.
You're saying Mom left us? What do you mean? What happened?
It's not that complicated, Sally. She cheated on me and left us to be with him.
What?
And right after she left us, the company I worked for went under, and I lost my job. It was the lowest point I've ever been at in my life, and I had no idea how I was going to get back on track again. Until Janet came along. The only reason I was able to get back on my feet was her unconditional love and support.
Whoa, really? I mean, really?
Yes, really. I owe everything to Janet, and you were terrible to her.
But I didn't know. How was I supposed to know?
Frankly, it doesn't matter if you knew about how me and Janet first got together. You've been at home with her for all these years. You should understand better than anyone else how much she does for our family. And to think you did everything you could to get her to leave. I've had it with you, Sally. I'm not going to look after you anymore. From now on, you're on your own.
You can't be serious about this. Are you really gonna abandon me? I'm your daughter.
You're 18 years old, aren't you? And you've graduated from high school. That means you're an adult, and it's time for you to forge your own path in life. As for me, I'll be spending the rest of my days in marital bliss with the love of my life. I don't suppose we'll talk very much after this. But you're my daughter, and I'll always be rooting for you. I hope that you can find happiness one day too, Sally.
Dad, wait! God, this can't be happening. Well, thanks a lot, Janet. I hope you're happy with yourself. Thanks to you, I just got abandoned by my own father.
Abandoned? Please, that's not what happened. All he did was give you the push you needed to become independent. Do you still not understand your own father?
But what am I supposed to do now? How am I supposed to get by? I just graduated high school today. I don't have a job, an apartment, anything.
And whose fault is that, Sally, You knew that you had no chance at going to college. That means you were always going to have to get a job after graduating high school. You should have been more actively looking for work. And, for the record, both your father and I tried to tell you as much countless times over the last several months. But did you ever listen to us? No, you always blew us off. Instead of studying or looking for a job, you spent your days doing God knows what until late at night. So no, I won't be accepting one single shred of the blame for this. It's all on you.
You don't get to talk down to me like this. I don't care if you speak 3 languages or whatever.
5, actually. English, Spanish, Italian, French, and Portuguese. I was always interested in foreign languages, ever since I was a little girl. From the time I was in middle school, I was always going to the library and borrowing as many books on foreign languages as I could. Then, when I got into high school, I started thinking about how I could use my language skills in my career someday. By the time I was in university, I had already started my own translation business. So you see, I was constantly thinking about my future, and that's why I've done so well for myself. You, on the other hand...
What are you saying? That I should have started job hunting when I was in elementary school?
You don't even have the foresight to think about what you'll be doing during the next week, much less the next 10 years.
You can say that again. Last week I had no idea my dad was gonna throw me away like trash.
If you had only listened to us when we tried to talk to you, you could have avoided this most unfortunate outcome.
All right, fine. I'll start looking for a job right now. But until then, could you at least let me live with you guys? I'll move out as soon as I find a job, I swear.
I'm afraid that's not going to work out. Have you forgotten? I've spent the last 3 months all alone, away from my beloved husband. We've got a lot of private time to catch up on, and I won't have you getting in our way.
You two are the most heartless couple of creeps I've ever met. How can you treat your own child this way?
Child? What child? You're not my child. I don't have any children. Isn't that right, Sally?
I was just mad when I said that, all right? I didn't mean it.
You can't honestly think I would let you get away with that excuse. You're an adult now, dear. You're going to have to take responsibility for your own words.
Come on.
I hope you're not expecting any sort of financial support from us, because you won't get a single cent from us. I suggest you stop moping and crying and get to work.
So you're for real then? You're really just gonna abandon me to the wolves?
Stop being so overly dramatic. Your father gave you more than enough money to get yourself started. Use it well.
Okay, fine. Screw you guys. I don't need your help. I'll be just fine on my own.
Is that so?
Yeah, in fact, I'll be better off than ever without you holding me back.
I see. Well, if you say that you have some sort of plan, then that's reassuring to me. Good luck.
I don't need any well wishes from you. I don't ever want to speak to either you or my dad ever again, so just leave me alone from now on. Got it?
If that's what you want, then I'm more than happy to oblige.
Hey, can I talk to you for a minute? There's something I wanted to ask you about.
Well, this is a surprise. I thought you said you didn't want to speak to me ever again. What happened to that, Sally?
Yeah, well, circumstances have changed. I'm kind of in a bit of trouble right now.
Oh, how much trouble?
Well, about $10,000 worth of trouble. Do you think you could lend me that much?
$10,000? Good grief, Sally, what in the world do you need that much money for?
It's kind of a long story, but I really need the money, okay?
Sorry, Sally, but unless you tell me exactly what's going on, I'm afraid I can't do anything for you.
All right. The truth is, I've been going out with a rich older guy since before I graduated high school.
You what?
A friend of mine introduced me to him, and we kinda hit it off, so yeah, we started dating.
And exactly how old is this rich older guy?
41?
Oh my god, Sally, you've been dating a 41-year-old man? Since you were still in high school?
Well, I mean, he bought me a lot of nice presents, took me out to nice restaurants.
Ah, I see. So the expensive handbag I saw in your room, he's the one that gave it to you, am I right?
Yeah, he would give me presents and money every time I went out with him, so I went out with him a lot.
Oh no, you were an escort?
That's not what I thought it was. I thought he actually liked me, like we were really a boyfriend and girlfriend.
You mean you didn't think it was the least bit strange when he would give you money and presents every time you met up with him?
What was I supposed to do? Tell him no?
Of course you should have told him no. A man paying a high school student to go out with him? What's wrong with you?
I didn't know what else to do. I told him about getting thrown out of my house, and so he rented an apartment for me. That's where I've been living ever since.
I think I'm going to be sick. You're lucky to be alive and not in jail.
But then a few days ago, some old woman came storming into my apartment and started yelling at me.
Ah, that would be his wife, I presume?
That's what she said, yeah. She called me a home wrecker and a bunch of other stuff.
What a foul, lowly man.
Right? But yeah, she said that she's divorcing him and that I have to move out of my apartment. She also took back all the presents and stuff that he gave me.
And that's why you need the $10,000.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I don't have anywhere to live anymore.
My goodness, Sally, you're in quite the predicament, aren't you? Good luck dealing with that.
That's it? That's all you have to say? Didn't you see what I just said? Aren't you gonna help me?
I did, and that's exactly why I'm not going to help you. This is all your own fault, Sally. How stupid do you have to be to think a 41-year-old man would be serious about a child like you? And even as he showered you with money and expensive presents, you never once thought, maybe something's not right here.
I figured if he wanted to give me that stuff, there was no reason for me to turn him down.
Isn't that ironic? You called me a parasite, but there you were taking money from an older married man in exchange for simply paying attention to him. I don't pity you in the slightest, Sally. In fact, I'm more disgusted in you than I ever was. This is far beyond youthful indiscretion. You're simply a malevolent imbecile. I'm not giving you anything. I'm blocking your phone number and telling your father to do the same.
Janet, no!
After that, Sally did get a steady job and stuck with it, but she couldn't give up the luxurious lifestyle her benefactor had provided her with, so she's consistently living hand to mouth. Even worse, she took out loans to buy back all the expensive presents that her boyfriend's wife had confiscated from her. So, between her living expenses and loan repayments, she often has to skip meals in order to make her money last until her next payday. As for Cody and I, we're enjoying peace and happiness in our new life with just the two of us. We've never had any privacy for as long as we've been married, so it's almost like we're newlyweds again.